Hi guys, thanks for watching this video. My name's Gavin. I am an email and SMS marketing agency owner. Today I'm just going to quickly run through my cold email outreach strategy, the 4 steps that I kind of go through. I'm pretty sure it's 4. Forgive me if it's not, but the steps that I go through to generate money via cold email. Now, just straight off the bat, my process is quite different to a lot of other people's. It's a bit labor intensive, but it generates some really good results. So if you're looking for something that is very quick and you can automate, this probably isn't the best video for you. But if you're looking for something that you're willing to put the front end of the work in and you want to generate some good results and you know how to speak, that's very important, this is for you. Well, anyway, let's jump into it. Just also before I start, gotta plug my agency. We are Inbox. We specialize in email and SMS marketing agency. Feel free to check us out online. Anyway, let's get into it. So step number 1 is actually getting a list of people that you're going to reach out to, right? So what you need is you need a list of people. You need their website, their first name, last name, titles, email addresses, LinkedIn URLs if you're going to be doing some LinkedIn outreach and all that good stuff. Now, how do you get that? Personally, I think it's a bit of a pain in the ass and not worth my time to do that. So I hire somebody who can do it for me for cheaper, quicker, and in a more professional way. And how I find that person is I jump onto Upwork. Upwork, here's a classic example of somebody's profile here as well, by the way. You can just jump onto Upwork, type in lead generation specialist or building lead list, and you'll get a bunch of people that you can find that can do this exact thing for you. Now, obviously, you want to look for somebody who has some great reviews, good proof of work from in the past, and this guy definitely seems like he fits the bill. Now, when you're actually asking them to generate leads for you, they're not going to be doing the outreach for you. Something I was confused with at the start because I'm an idiot, but they're not going to be doing the outreach for you. What they're going to be doing is collating a list of people that you'll be outreaching to, and just make sure you're specific with these guys as well. So for example, for me, since I do email marketing, I'm looking for people in New Zealand and Australia who have an online store presence, who sell a physical product that need email marketing help. Now, how do I discern what email marketing help is? I give them some more prompts to look for, and he just prices out his services accordingly. Now, just for some indicative pricing, I got about 500 leads for $100 US. And from what I understand, that's probably more on the high end of pricing. However, the leads were good. They were all qualified. I didn't really have any bounces in those emails, and they worked really well for me. And so what he'll end up doing, someone like him, hopefully, will format them into a list or a spreadsheet like this, where you'll have your website, your first name, your last name, title, email address, and country. Now, the Vidyard link, I'll explain that in a little bit, but what you then do is you have this list, and the process that I go through, and this is where it gets really labor intensive. So this is step number 2. That was step number 1. This is step number 2. I go onto every single one of the websites and I try and join their mailing list since I do email marketing. Feel free to tailor this a little bit to the niche that you're in, but I join every single one of their mailing lists, and then I record a video of me breaking down some of the problems that they have when it comes to their approach to email marketing. It takes me about 1:30 minutes. I record 20 videos a day, it takes me 2 hours, and basically every single one of those videos is different and it's very specific to the individual that I'm speaking to. So that's how you get really good results, when it's personalized and catered specifically to them. Now, the software that I use to record these videos is called Vidyard, which you can find right here. It's very similar to Loom. The great thing about Vidyard that I think Loom actually does now is it lets you know how much of a video somebody has watched. So let me give you an example really quickly. Here is a link to a video that I recorded for a potential client. It basically is me just breaking down their overall approach to email marketing. I go onto their website, I check out things, I see what's wrong, and then I say, we could potentially help you with this. I'd love to jump on a 15-minute call either this week or the next, just to run you through some potential things that you can improve and how we as a marketing agency could potentially help you guys. And I send those emails out. So that is step number 2, recording a shitload of video content. Feel free to check out this platform here, Vidyard, really, really, really good. Step number 3 is taking all of the videos, chucking them into your spreadsheet just here. I'm not going to show you anything live just because of confidentiality, but you chuck all your video links pertaining to each one of the clients that you're outreaching to within this column here, and then you feed them into a software such as Lemlist that sends out your emails. So that's step number 3. You upload them all into Lemlist. I use Lemlist just because that's what I was told to use. I've heard really good things. It's worked pretty well for me. Now, keep in mind, I also have 2 email addresses, right? So I use one email for outreach and one email for my day-to-day business. So you'll find here, the email relating to this business is not the email that I use for my email marketing or my cold outreach. Because if the email that I use for my cold outreach gets marked as spam too much, I want to be able to just get rid of it, burn it, and for it not to affect the day-to-day functioning of my business. So I send an email out from that burner email. It's basically like a burner phone. You know, you have one phone for family and friends, and then one that you can just get rid of when you're selling drugs.
Hello? Right, okay. Thanks for the call. So glad that guy doesn't have my real number.
But anyway, that is what I have when it comes to the emails and the platforms that I use. Now keep in mind, the 2 emails are different, right? They have different URLs as well, but they redirect to this main page if anybody searches for that URL. So if they see an email come from gavin@topoftheinbox.com, that's not the name of my business. But if they go topoftheinbox.com, as you can see here, they type that in and hit search, it's going to redirect them to this inbox, or sorry, to this website, which is in-box.co.nz. So it just maintains that professionalism, and yeah, just a nice little redirect. Anyway, so that is the end of step number 3. After uploading them into Lemlist, this is the software, by the way, Lemlist, feel free to check it out. I upload them into this software here, and basically I go ahead and create a campaign, right? And so within this campaign, this is how mine are structured, right? Now, obviously feel free to tweak the wording. I'm trusting you guys, you know, but please don't copy this verbatim. This is my process. So I just, say hi, first name, which that first name tag will be picked up from that spreadsheet just here. And then I said, jumped onto your website and did a bit of digging and took a look at your approach to email marketing side of your business, and then I have in here the thumbnail to the video that I recorded here, right? And this thumbnail, the great thing about Lemlist is it'll automatically pull a screenshot from the potential lead store and upload it right into here. So it's super personalized, and then they click it and then it brings them to this link here, and then they can see that I'm speaking directly to them. And it is not just a generic email that I'm sending out. So that is step number 4. I just go ahead and create an email sequence, and I follow up after 2 days if they haven't responded, follow up another 2 days, wait 5 days. And I'm actually a bit weird because I have a 50-day delay here as well. I started this campaign during December. So the reason I initially put this 50-day delay in is because I figured that people would be on Christmas break and they just wouldn't be reading emails, and I delayed it so that it would come out in February and people would be more inclined just to kind of circle back. But nonetheless, the results that I've kind of been getting are great from what I understand based on other industry benchmarks. So open rates, 74.87%, which I understand is very high, 33% click rates, 20% reply rates, and then 8.47 interested. So those are people who just want to jump on a call. That means for every 100 emails I send, roughly 8 people jump on a call with me. And then that just comes down to my closing method, which you can find out more about in other videos. I've recorded a bunch of sales calls in there as well. But yeah, those are the results that I get, and I'm really happy with these. Now keep in mind, like I said, super, super labor intensive when it comes to the process of producing these videos and getting all this information out there. But at the moment, since I'm in the early stages of my agency, I have a surplus of time, right? I don't really have a surplus of money to throw at advertising, so I'm willing to invest my time rather than my physical capital into outreach, which has come in the form of this. Also, after anybody replies to me and gets back to me, I jump onto LinkedIn and I try and connect with them on LinkedIn, because that way, if anything does fall through via email, I can always touch base with them again here on LinkedIn. And I'm also just trying to future-proof my business, because I want to build up a presence on LinkedIn that I can then leverage down the line. Now, I only have 216 connections, but I'm building this really quickly. And I know that 6 months down the road, when I start cranking out a lot more content on LinkedIn, I'll be doing well, right? Like I'll have a bunch of people who are connected to me who are absolutely in my niche and in my industry, who really want to hear from what I have to say, have demonstrated some interest in my service offering, and all that business can probably circle back in a year, 2 years, 3 months maybe. It's just really investing in the long term. Now, just a quick point when it comes to this video outreach method, like I said, pretty labor intensive, but it also really shines through if you're able to speak on camera. And I like to think I'm fairly confident when it comes to speaking on camera, and I also know my stuff. So if you're an agency doing something like contractor arbitrage and you don't really know how to speak to the errors that you're seeing on a, for example, Facebook ad or an SEO report or something like that, I don't really recommend doing this because that's going to shine through in those videos. But they do generate really good results, and I am very happy with how everything's been going. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my process. That's my 4-step process. I hope you found it useful. Any questions, please shoot me a message. If you like the video, subscribe, like it, comment, helps with the algorithms. And if you need help with your email marketing, I'm your guy. Inbox, just shoot me a message. My details are on my channel somewhere. You can find it. And then also send me a request on LinkedIn. Love connecting with people. And yeah, just want to build out my network. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Any questions, like I said, shoot me a message. Cheers.